Alright, y'all, today I'm gonna be hitting up Ascarate. I'm here. I already fished it, so I already know how it's gonna go. But at the end of this video, I'm actually gonna be talking about what I talked about last time about different things, about CPR, about what they're doing with Ascarate, if you guys don't already know. But that'll be to the end of the video, so stick around to the end of the video. But I ended up hooking into two fish, and then one came off. One bit it, and stupid me, I set the hook wrong. But man, it's been a funk here at Ascarate. It's been a really hard for me. So for those of you that have been struggling, man, hopefully this helps, man. But y'all, good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing, Envy fam? I tied on a swim bait with the weight on the bottom. With the screw lock, I've never caught one with one of these, but I do want it to sink pretty fast because I do want it to have, oh yeah, I like that, guys. I'm really feel like I will get bit on this, hopefully. This swim bait was actually given to me by my boy Oscar, man. So I'm definitely having a lot of confidence in it because, as you guys know, every time I get somebody else's stuff, I tend to do good with it. So, and believe it or not, I've never caught a fish on even like a swim jig or anything like that, just like reeling it in, just straight swim jig. I mean, with a paddle tail or anything like that. Like, I've never caught a fish like that. So I wouldn't at all know like the best way to retrieve it or anything like that. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna reel it kind of like what is that thing called? The umbrella rig. I think I'm gonna burn it a little bit, then let it die, burn it a little bit. I think that's how I think that's the retrieve I'm going for. What I like to do when I'm trying out a new bait is, depending on the clarity of your water, but I like to see the actual bait, the action that it's giving in the water. So like when I'm retrieving it, it's right there, like I can see it, how fast it's sinking and what it's doing when it's sinking. Like, do I like the action that it's giving when it's sinking? Is it rolling over to its side when it's sinking? Like, I like to pay attention to all of that. So this way, when I cast it out really far, I try to repeat it over and over and over. So this way I know that it's gonna give me my best chance of actually catching a fish. It'll give me more confidence. There's one, guys. Oh yeah, there's one, guys. Yes sir, yes sir. Oh yeah. Oh, it feels so good to finally have gotten one, guys. Oh my gosh, it feels extremely good to have gotten one, guys. Thank you, Jesus. Check it out, guys. Check it out, guys. Finally got a bass here at Ascarate. Finally. So y'all be looking out for that video soon. Tell you exactly how I caught him. CPR, people, CPR. You guys have no idea how good that feels. At that, finally getting bit at Ascarate, and it feels good because I got bit on a bait that I've never used before. I mean, I have no idea why I've never used this bait. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Dang, and he didn't bite it that far, guys. He bit it maybe about like 10 feet away from me. But I don't know if he was following it all the way in and he just decided to eat it. But he bit it 10 feet away from me. And it was like a weird bite. I felt like I got stuck, and then I felt a little pullback, so then I set the hook. But finally, guys, finally, feels so good. But I was like that, you see how it gets stuck like that? I thought that's what had happened, and I was trying to pull it out, and something you're never gonna hear me say, and yeah, it ended up pulling back. So I just set the hook. I'd rather set the hook on a weed than miss an opportunity on a fish. But yeah, guys, I was really slow rolling it on the bottom. So it tells me a lot. One, they're not that deep. Again, he could have followed it all the way in. I don't know exactly where these bass are set up, but he could have followed it all the way in. And make sure when you guys do use swim baits that it is straight, because it messes up the swimming action when it's not. Just a little tip, make sure that it's straight. Oh, look at that guy, got one. That guy over there, he hooked into one. Dang, and that fish didn't look deep either. Oh yeah, that fish is putting up a fight with that guy. Well, it's nice to see that. I was doing CPR also. It looks like there's a few beds already made. Looks like there's one right there, one right there, one right there. one right there. I don't know if they're from last year's and I'm just seeing them, or they're starting to make their beds, but those definitely look like beds. In the next 2 weeks you should start to see fish on them. Yeah, there looks like there's one right there too. Is there a fish? No, there was a fish on that one. There's one right there. Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready. Like I told you in my last video, it's gonna start to warm up. So pre-spawn is upon us, people. They're about to start bedding and everything. Especially yesterday, it was extremely hot. It hit the high, which was a high of 80. So today's not gonna get that hot, and it's gonna be really cloudy. Yesterday was clear skies and it was really sunny. It was extremely hot yesterday. One thing I want to ask you guys, what's your guys how do you guys feel about bed fishing? Are you guys for it or not? In some states it's illegal to bed fish, so I'm just curious, how do you guys feel about bed fishing? Especially, and if you want to catch a PB, bedding season is a time, but some people are against it, extremely against it. Me, I'm okay with it as long as you put them back, but if you're gonna keep them, definitely. I do think it's a little unfair, but if you're gonna put them back, I'm okay with it. You guys drop down in the comments and you guys let me know how you guys feel about bed fishing. Educate me. Morning, any luck?
Una.
Oh, okay, nice. Nomás una. That gentleman caught one. He's either throwing a swim jig or a chatterbait. I didn't get a good look at it. Or a jig or a chatterbait. But he said he got one, so that's good. And this guy got one too. For sure, at least one. I don't know how many he's really gotten, but for sure gotten one. So, I mean, they biting. I don't know if these guys have always gotten bit, but let me tell you, for me, it's been a struggle. All right, you guys, a midday break. It is 9:47. Damn, I can't remember what time I got here, man. It's probably been like an hour and a half since I caught that fish, that first fish over there, and since then it's died down. Well, that was the only one that I caught. It is 9:48 in the morning, and right now the weather is, when I caught that fish, it was 50 degrees. The outside weather, not water temp. I need to buy me a water to see the temperature of the water, but right now it's 60 degrees. I think the fish have been biting because yesterday it was extremely hot, like I said earlier in the video, and I think it warmed up the water, so the fish became more active. Today it's not going to be as hot. It's really cloudy today. The sun peeks out every now and then, but yeah, I'm gonna take a little break right now, gather my thoughts. I think I'm gonna continue throwing the swim bait the rest of the day unless anything changes. Like I said in previous videos, man, if I don't catch any fish, unless it's a new body of water, man, I just want to call it a day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna continue to fish till about 12 o'clock, so hopefully I get another bite, man. Y'all stay tuned. Oh my gosh, guys, I got bit. But he spit it out. Let me tell you exactly what I did wrong. One, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at that bed and I was wondering if it's bedding season. And then on top of that, what I like to do when I get bit is, as soon as they pull my rod tip, I'll give them slack. That's why I tend to like to reel over here closer to me, and then when I get bit, I give them slack, and then I'm watching my line, making sure that it's getting tight, and as soon as they tighten it by themselves, not me not reeling it, they're gonna tighten it by taking it. I set that hook. What that does is, if they come and they strike it and they hit it like in the tail, which a lot of times I'll tell you they're gonna hit it in the head, but let's say they don't got it fully engulfed, it gives them time to adjust it in their mouth, and when they adjust it, by then that's what I'm doing. When I'm giving them the slack, when I'm giving back the line, it's letting them really inhale that bait, not gut hook them, not trying to gut hook them, but just get it in their mouth completely, and then I'll be able to set the hook. And then on top of that, I'm setting the hook. Right now I set the hook from here to here. It's the difference between when I give them slack, all of this, I set the hook all the way over here. So that's just what helps me set the hook. That's when I know that I really gonna for sure hook into the fish. I literally had it here. I didn't give him any slack, and then I tried to set the hook. And even if I would have been able to, on top of this thing, having a lot of give my rod, I'm using fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon has a lot of give to it, so you really want to set that hook, and this hook is really beefy. The good thing is I definitely know he didn't feel the hook. He bit it and I pulled that thing right out of his mouth. Dang, I'm so dumb, guys. I can't believe I made that goofy mistake, man. There's one, guys. There's one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The drop shot, guys. No, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at that, guys. Right there, right with the drop shot. Right on the top of the mouth, guys. There you go. Look at that guy. Fish number 2, guys. Again, video coming soon. Alright, you guys, that's gonna be it for me. What I want to talk to you guys about, what I mentioned in my last video that I want to make another video specific for that is, I don't know if you guys have noticed or if you guys know that they bought a weed puller. I don't know, it's like a lawnmower for Ascarate inside the water. Like it cuts all the grass and then it's supposed to pick it up. First of all, what it picked up, let me tell you, I pick up more than on my lipless crankbait than that thing pulled out of the lake. Like I pull more weeds out of the lake than that thing did. I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? Bass fishermen like me personally, and I know I talked to Aqua Bueno and Sergio, I love the grass. I mean, it's a place for the bass to hide, a place for the bass to hunt. It's oxygen for the fish. I mean, that thing was, I'm assuming, a lot of money. The older version that they had bought was, I think, like I think Sergio had told me like 80,000 or something like that. So this one's easily over 100,000. It's like way bigger, and it took like 5 guys. I'm going based off what Sergio told me, but it took like 5 guys to get into the water, and it's just a lot of manpower. And I feel like for nothing. From what I understand, what Sergio told me is that it's gonna be done every week or 5 days out of the week, which me personally, I think is ridiculous. I love the grass. I know the bass love the grass, but I think it's more for the cat fishermen, which, yo, to each their own. But there are places where you can cast, and doesn't make it a little bit more difficult, of course, but I think that's how the fish thrive. I mean, if this was just a big swimming pool where there was no weeds, no structure, no nothing, I mean, damn, it would be a really sucky lake. And I honestly believe the fish wouldn't thrive. We wouldn't ever get any big fish. But, and also I want to know what you guys feel, how you guys feel about that. I think more money should be spent on a biologist. All that money should have been spent on a biologist. I mean, that could have covered for, I don't know how much a biologist makes, but at least instead of paying that machine, at least tell them. And I don't know if it's for, I don't know if it's gonna help Ascarate. I don't know if it's helping or hurting it. I wish it was like for a reason, as opposed to just trying to make one side of the fishermen happy. Like if it was better off for all the fish, cool, then I'm all for it. Do it. But do I think it is? This is just my opinion, my personal opinion. What I understand about bass is they need structure to hide in. They need those weeds for oxygen. So me personally, I think they're making a big mistake, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a biologist. I would love to talk to one. I would love to have for Ascarate to have one personal one where they actually know what the hell they're doing, so this way this lake could thrive. But yo, what are you guys' opinions on it? Some of you guys just don't care. You guys just come out here, fish, whatever. It's not, but the hardcore fishermen like that really do. I mean, me, I would love to pull a 6, 7, 8 pounder out of this lake. It's never gonna happen with the way it's going, but that's just how I feel about it. How do you guys feel about it? And on top of that, I really want to know how you guys feel about bed fishing. For those of you that don't know, bed fishing is when they're spawning. That's when bass do it once a year, and it's right now, actually it's pre-spawn right now. They're gonna start making their beds, and you're gonna see a bass sitting on that bed, and you can fish that bass. Thing you want to know is they're not trying to eat, they're trying to protect their bed. So if you aggravate it enough, it's just gonna bite your bait, and yeah, that's how you hook them. But how do you guys honestly feel about bed fishing? I know there are some states where it's illegal to bed fish, so I was really interested on what you guys, how you guys feel about that. Because me personally, I bed fish, but if someone, maybe I'll do a little more information on bed fishing, like why it's bad. But I know it's bad if you definitely keep them, like, because there goes that whole generation that was gonna spawn. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, man. Love y'all. God bless. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all you guys support, man. You guys are amazing. I'm almost at 500, man. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, man. Love y'all. God bless.